Summer savings are here at Going Gone by Dick's Sporting Goods. Score up to 70% off styles from top brands like Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Kalia, and more. Join Scorecard to earn points and rewards and discover. Summer savings are here at Going Gone by Dick's Sporting Goods. Score up to 70% off styles from top brands like Nike.
You guys ready for the last one? We feeling it? Here it goes, guys. How we doing? How we feeling about the end of Tarkir? No more Tarkir. Probably never going to see the plane again for another 10 years. How long was it before when our last Tarkir set? It was a while. It was a while. When was the last Tarkir set? Cons of Tarkir? And then, yeah, it was 10 years ago, 11 years ago when we saw Dragons of Tarkir. It was March 2015, so it was 10 years. So, hello 2035. We'll go back to Dragonland. We'll head back to Dragonland eventually, as we know. All right, let's play a little bit, and then maybe we'll theorycraft. I may be building a Knights deck. Sephiroth is Sephora. How you doing? Welcome, Trex. How you doing? I gotta run Trex's deck too. I know he wants me to try that out. What's up, the Raven? Summer, how you doing? Joe LeBlue, Gobble, True Yellow Dart. Welcome. How's everybody doing? I know I got a different song. Should I show you? You know, tomorrow I'm taking off. There's going to be a stream tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff. I have a lot of things to do to get ready for early access. Let me show you one of them. What we're going to be dealing with going forward. Just, you get a little preview. You're not going to get everything, but you ready for it, guys? I don't know if you're ready for it. I really don't know if you guys are ready for it. Who is ready for it? The new stuff we can show you right here. The sun went down. Oh, that's a sunshine deck. It's that one only works in the daylight, running through the daylight. I think you guys are ready. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. There we go. Giant Black Mage's hat. That's the stuff right there. Yeah. I don't really care if it blocks out the whole game. You don't need to see what's going on right there. You need to be able to see my Giant Black Mage's hat. Okay, that's the important part of this. Alright. Look at it. Look at it. I was playing my Pet Cemetery Cats board game, and I played against mono black white tokens in 9 games. There we go. Black Mage's hats are yellow. They have a blue coat and a black face, shadow face, and they're yellow. So, board wipes, not board games. Let's wait for him to pump. There we go. Yeah, it's blocking the stack. I don't care. It should block the stack. Like I've said, you don't need to see what's going on in the game. You need to see my awesome hat. Wow, we're flooding out real spicy-like here. Real spicy-like. Ooh. Real spicy. Alright, that going on. This is a Black Mage hat, I'll have you know them, not the Wicked Witch. This is a standard issue Black Mage hat. I couldn't find one with the good eyes attached to it, so you guys have to just imagine. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, is it got double prowess? He's gonna pump. Ooh, there we go. 3 damage. I'm gonna draw a land here just because the game doesn't want me to win. Oh no, it's Thunderbond Vagabond. Okay. Thunderbond Vagabond. Will Jay draw land? Let's see. Well, I've already drawn 6 off of 11. So I had to win the game with 5 cards, which is not very easy to do. Board wipe, not board games. Yeah, he's gonna kill whatever I put down. It doesn't matter what I put down, he's gonna fucking knock it out. We hit a real bad streak there because he's got nothing but burn and draw, so there's really nothing stopping him from going ham on me, and I'm the turkey. There's 9 bang. Will Jay draw land? Ah, okay, so we're gonna hold that. We're gonna wait for him to pump through the roof. Yeah, it's not easy if their first fucking 5 plays are removal. It's not easy to run the kind of decks you want. The hot thick decks that you want. Hot thick decks in your area. Oh, okay. Sanctifier, great. Good stuff right there. Wow, this guy's fucking top decking amazing. He is top decking. I mean, he's got a good deck, so it's not really that he's getting top decks, it's that everything is optimized. Everything is optimized as shit, so... He also drew... I mean, he did draw well, too, and he's got a shit ton of draw on this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're taking the hat off. You guys got enough hat. It's for later. Alright, Stadium Headliner to Waystone with a possible removal on turn 2 is the line. Drop that. Drop that. Blue. Let's do this. Knockback is the only thing he's got there. Oh, okay, so he's got Spell Pierce. Alright. Well, he used it effectively. Yeah, I'd like to see Boros Equipment make a comeback. I think they definitely could. Equipment, the issue with equipment is, man, it's not cheap. That's my biggest, that's going to be your biggest issue with equipment, is that it's not cheap to run fucking equipment. I think the job select shit is okay, insofar that it allows you to generate a token, but they could shave one CMC off of every single card in Final Fantasy, and I don't think it would fucking matter a lick. I do not think that it would matter one fucking lick if they shaved one CMC off of every single fucking card they printed. I think the tech would... I think it'd still be fucking viable. They could absolutely do that. There is such a high fucking CMC in this in this set. They 100% could make every card cheaper, and you'd still have a fucking viable set in mind. You'd still have 100% a viable set. If across the board they literally just went whoop, you'd be fine. You'd still be fine. I don't even think you'd be overpowered. I'll be honest with you. I don't even think you'd be overpowered. I'll put a caveat. Anything over 4. Anything over 4, they could have done that with, and they would have been fine. All right, let's see if we can get him in here. Basically, anything over 5, you need to cheat it. Nobody's hard casting anything that's 6. The game's over by 6. There's too much removal. There's too much obstacles for you to be actually physically tapping 6 mana to try to beat a game in that regard. It's just not doable. Alright, let's do this. Let's see what he's got. Probably a counterspell. Boom. Okay. Let's end the turn. Much obliged. Okay. Alright, so what is he gonna run here? He's got 5 down. I need him to tap all of his mana. Abuela's Awakening. Oh, that's a shame. He was really excited about playing that Omni. Hey, Al, is Alchemy Sword the best format in Arena? It's not the best, but it's very good. Yeah, I like it. How mad do you think that guy is right there? How mad do you think he is? You think he's real mad or like a little mad? Do you think he logged off? I'd like to vote on your cell phones now. Do you think that guy fucking was like, well, that's it for tonight? Fucking asshole. He was so sure he had it, man. He was so sure that he had that shit, man. 100%. He was like, I'm locked the fuck in. This is it. It's over. He fucked it up. He couldn't get it. It's done. I'm gonna good game him. I'm gonna go fucking ham on him. But he was the one. He was the turkey getting hammed on. That's the thing. He was the turkey getting hammed on. In life, you're either the ham or the turkey. You know what I mean, guys? You don't fucking know what I mean. Boom. Nobody's even fucking talking. Draxinorism. Welcome, Draxinorism. Draxinorium. Shove aside. Very nice. Let's put down Inspiring Vantage. Let's put down Waystone's Guidance. Boop, 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 boop. Laughin' Jasper. So this is a stealing deck. It's for stealing. I think we got to put this down, pump that up, and I think we got to get rid of him. He's terrible. Okay, I think, yeah. Alright, he's probably... Who's he going to play out of the trash? He'll play my one guy out of the trash? Drax is good. No, I did not. Hey, what's up, Very Vorpal? Holy shit, how you been? We hadn't had a double Vorpal night in a many a day. In many a day, we hadn't had no double Vorpal night. It's been a long time. It's been a roller coaster. I remember. You doing okay? He's probably going to grab the Ruby Collector out of there. Okay. Maybe. Double Vorpal Knight. Alright, what's he going to do now? Sacrifice to kill. Boom. Let's put down this guy. We hold the, we hold that for that. We'll hold to move. He plays the removal, it is what it is. But we're gonna make him play what he's got. See how many gunshots he's got in there. Probably a lot. Even Evan. Very cool. I want him to spend it, yeah. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him real spicy. Real spicy like. Perfect. We love that. We love it. Because that's going to put him down to 6, and then we're going to double helix him. Pop, pop, pop. Helix with the double win here, guys. You like it? Ooh, hey, what's up, Shoddy Face? How you doing? Well, it's only a single Vorpal Knight, which is still pretty good. We'll have to see if Vorpal 120 comes back. They haven't been around in a while. I think a lot of people left with Aether Cars. I think that wasn't a lot of people's cup of tea. You know, and I understand that. Not everyone wants an Aether Car. Not everyone feels that. A couple more games and maybe we'll get to the Knights deck. I don't feel like staying on real late. Oh man, you know what? Why not? Maybe we'll draw a red one. Maybe we'll draw a red card, but maybe not. And that's the fun of the game. You never know. Could be anything. Let's try that. Kablango. Oh, look at this. It's rats. Where's Larry when you need him? Death Touch. Death Touchers. Okay. The meta is kind of bouncing around. Ironically, we had a bounce deck. We had a bounce meta for a while. It's tough out there right now. Core Steel Cutter changed a lot. Dragonland changed a lot, but we're doing good. We're doing okay. We're gonna give them a lot of life here, but we have War Leader's Call, which is going to cancel out a lot of life. So that's what we need to get down next turn. That's what we need to get down next turn. But I'm glad you're back. Welcome. Taza the Ghost Council. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's bad. Whenever you see that, you know that they're really about to get ham on the turkeys. So let's drop this. Let's drop this. Let's drop this. Let's do that. Gotta put pressure. Using a version of your Wild Ride deck to climb works nicely. Oh yeah, yeah, my mono red that I made, yeah, that's a fucking climber right there. Pretty much everyone that I talk to is like, I'm using your mono red to fucking climb. That's a very common thing to hear. Okay. I really don't need him to remove Stadium Headliner. If he gets rid of Stadium Headliner, we're in bad shape. We need him to run, but we got rid of his Death Touchers, which is, you know, that's fine. We need some more aggro here. Ooh, interesting. Black. Wow. Teza. Teza disappears. Tezanos. Four damage. Alright. Who's blocking what? There we go. Sacrifice. Beginning of next turn. Now we just have to hope for a top deck Helix here. That's what we need. He drew a fucking land. He's gonna Restless Fortress me. It's not great. But we are way up, so... Oh, that's not good. We need Iomedane's Recruiter, or we needed to draw a, like, 5 Restless Helixes. Iomedane's Recruiter would actually be really great. That's actually would probably be the win con to go for, unless he's got an instant removal. We only have 4% chance of that. Now he's going to recover on this pretty good. And we're going to draw land. Hey, it's sanctified whatever. Okay. We get that. Boom, 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 boom. He's either got a removal and he's going to crush me with it, or he's just going to go in again. He's probably got a kill card. Yep, there you go. Yep. Too much Death Touch early on. I sacked too many creatures, but I felt like I had to put enough pressure on him to go for it. Again, Iomedane's could pop. It's not going to help, but no, Iomedane's not going to do anything. So we're going to do that. He's going to kill me this turn. 50% mana draw, still not ideal. This is not helping. But yeah, too much removal early on was bad for the brain, and that's going to be the kill shot there. Boom, slide that up. We're gonna quit. Oh, you want me to go in for you, Gobble? That's cool. Hey, what's up, Buggerman, 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 Buggerman? Hey, what's up, Roaming Boss? How you doing? Vlad the Stoner, what's up? True Yellow Dart, how you doing? We'll do a couple more. We're just spinning our wheels here. This deck has too high of a win rate, and it's trying to get auto balance really hard. It has a 75% win rate on the play, and the game is not going to let me survive with that for very long, so I really should change up strategy, but I'm having a good time with it, so that's the thing. The game, I have a sneaking suspicion that the higher your win rate, the worse matchups you get. The game really wants you at about a 55 to 60. That's the sweet spot where it's going to try to put you in the long term. As much as it possibly can. You know, again, I don't have hard evidence of that, but that's my suspicion, is that generally on a long enough curve, it's going to try to flatten you out to that. They really don't want somebody emerging with that high of a, generally that high of a fucking win rate, for the most part. Boom. Boom. Okay. Okay, Demonic Ruckus. You were wowing? What do you play? You Horde or Alliance? Brave Meadowlark, or whatever the fuck that guy is. Conjure Might of the Meek. Fantastic. Prowess Haste. Prowess Haste on that. Awesome. Oh yeah, that's good stuff right there. Hit me for 4. There you go, man. Great stuff. So, we're going to do that. Move. We're going to swing in. We're going to get our Mox Ruby. We're going to get this. We're going to hold that Mox Ruby and then run the Get Lost. And when he tries to pump this again. both, but my main is what's your class? You run Paladin? I haven't played WoW in like how long? Jeez, I don't know. I couldn't tell you how long. Hunter, ooh, spicy. Forecast that. Okay. Let's see where he's at. Does he want to lose it? He's going to go for that guy. All right. 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, we'll take him out. Helix been closing it. Yeah, I wouldn't even say 50%. I think 50% is... I think I'm not even that conspiratorial, but it's really going to push you into around a 60 to 55. I think that's its ideal. It doesn't want you ranking, it doesn't want one thing kind of dominating everything on the face of the earth. It doesn't want you crushing everything. It's going to just gently push you to that sweet spot that it likes, which is, you know, that one thing. I like Taurens. When I played Horde, I played Taurens. I mostly played Alliance though, and I mostly played Paladin. I played Paladin when Paladin was bad. That should tell you that everything you need to know about me. You know how I always talk about I gotta. It's not enough that I win. It's enough that it's more important that I win with a bad deck. This has been an ongoing issue with me for quite a while. I love playing Paladins in games. Knights or Paladins, love it. One of my favorite. Nihalam. Vav. Ooh, Darkstar Banisher. Very cool. Check it out now. Darkstar Banish right about now. Darkstar Banish. There we go. Yeah, I do like the invuln. I did like the invuln. I you know, that was back in the day. I'd run the invuln. It saved my ass a couple of times. The healing, general tankiness. I enjoyed tank more than DPS, and I certainly don't like fucking wizards or magic. That's never been super appealing to me. So. Uh-oh. What's he doing here, man? I don't like that he's got nothing going on. I don't like that. I don't like that he's literally doing nothing. But yeah, give me sword and shield, sword and hammer, paladin. I'm good to go. Whoa, look at that guy. Look at that fucking guy, huh? A big fucking dude right there. Alright, if I don't get a... If I don't get a land, it's gonna be... No, I think Yeah, okay, so we're gonna do this. I gotta play suppression on a lot of these things, man. I hate to do it to them, but you can't have your fucking Hellkite War Master out right away. Waystone's Guidance or War Leader's Call. I think War Leader's Call is across the board going to be the more improved one. Stadium Headliner. It's a good card, though. Oh, man. Fuck. Shelt, man. It's a real shame. He's going to pump it, too. Hopefully he'll get a land. Yeah, he did. Yeah. It's not going good, dude. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop. He's gonna block it. He'll give me back my, silly little guy. Pings him for 1. Mobilize that. Okay, hopefully I get a land here. Okay, Waystone's Guidance. Who's he putting down? Delny! Ooh, okay. Land, but not the one I need. So we're going to Waystone Guidance it. Push you in. Down for 2. Draw. And Delny him up real quick. He can pump him. He's got the fucking Hellkite on the top. Might as well. Yeah, might as well pump it. Right? If it's Shelt, we're in bad shape. If it's another Shelt, it's not another Shelt. So it's self-correcting. Ah, okay. Again, that's just a theory. A game theory. You know. Should we do one more? We'll do one. We'll go until the next loss. How about that? And then maybe we'll theory craft a little bit. I've done blast playing my best of 1. So you're saying if you want to rank, play best of 3? If you wanna get spicy, that's what you should do. Let's see if we get Spell Pierce. No. Boom. Okay. Got Druid for life. Mig the Ambitious. Okay. Let's try this. push in. Let's wait for him to make another move here. I know it's coming. There we go. Perforator Croc will absolutely fuck me up if he resurrects that. If he does the turn 4 Perf Croc res, will absolutely devastate me. If I get Thunderbond Vanguard, though, with no response, I may be in Lake Flynn, though. I feel like he's absolutely going to respond to this, though. I don't see him just sitting there not playing cards with and just not have responses. There you go. So I assumed that was going to be the case. He's probably going to reanimate. Again, he's probably going to reanimate the Croc. And that is going to devastate my whole board. Because he hasn't done shit yet, and that's usually what they do. But we'll see. If he doesn't, I win, but he's probably going to run that. Or the Valg. Probably the Croc. Because he's got Zombify in there. He may have missed it, though. No, he's got it. Well, maybe not. He would have played it already. He's debating what to do. Perhaps even masterfully. My turn. Sure, bro. My turn. Now comes the removal or the reanimator. Which one is it? Which one are you trying to do on me here, man? I just got to get you down to 3, and Lightning Helix can do its work. Can do the Lord's work. How many removals you got? Counterspell? Cycling? That ain't it. There you go, Lightning Helix. All right. Slow night tonight, guys. Some nights you got big nights, some nights you got slow nights. It just depends. Okay, so we gotta do this into that. We can drop them next turn. Do. Hey, what's up, Nightmare? How you doing? Okay. Shadow's Verge. I think we can do the, I think we can do Stadium Headliner to Voice of Victory and the Thunderbond Vanguard. And if he has no kind of response to us, it's going to hurt real bad. No response is bad news. He could have a split up and crush my hopes and dreams here. But we will go so fucking wide. No, he's in bad shape. Even if he plays a removal, he's in bad shape. He's in real bad shape. He can put down a blocker, but I hardly think it's going to matter. It's going to be like fucking 20 points of damage going in. Yeah, no, it's real bad. It's real bad, boys and girls. Yeah. There we go. I'm doing all right. Okay, this is alright. We'll try there. Sapphire's teaching. Swift Spear's teaching. Waystone Guidance, but we're not looking real good here. We're not looking super hot. Great game, by the way. You ever play Super Hot in VR? It's fucking amazing. You play Super Hot in VR, bro, it'll change you. Boom. Next turn, I think we Lightning Helix it. We Stadium Headliner, no Lightning Helix. And then we start with the War Leader's Call. If he hasn't pumped Dragcatchers too high yet. If so, we'll use the Get Lost on it and pop that out. Still Cutter, very nice. Boom, double prowess on him. Yeah, no, they got a fucking golden hand. I don't think we beat this. I don't think there's a situation where we beat this. Look at that hand. Beautiful. Golden fucking hand there. We can give it a shot. We can lay out as much shit as we can try here, but I don't think there's a situation where this fucking gets beaten. Take out Dragcatcher. Drake the type of hatcher. He's probably just going to draw cards, knock back, and burn, and he's going to get it from there. He's going to clutch it from there. I don't imagine that there's a situation that he can't escape from right now. If he overplays real hard and leaves me alone, then maybe, but he's not going to. He seems like a savvy guy. See that? He's gonna smash everything I put down. He's gonna draw cards infinitely and come in absolutely fucking bone-crushingly hard. He could stall. I'm gonna play a kill card if I get a white here, but I don't think there's any real recovery from what I have here. No, I don't think there's any. If I would have gotten another white and be able to pull 2 helixes, then possibly, but no, absolutely not now. Just flawless fucking draws. On the play with this type of hand, it's all fucking gravy. It's 100% fucking gravy. Boom, boom, boom. Simple as. Yeah, this is the best deck in the game currently, by the way. Just so you know. It is in fact the #1 top tier best of all time is it fucking Cutter. So it is not surprising we lose to that. Not really at all that is what knocks us out. Still at a 77% win rate on the play, 70% overall. Pretty happy about that. Feeling pretty good about that generally. Goodbye, corpse. Hey, what's up, Tromets? Goodbye, corpses. You don't exist at all. All right. Do we want to build some theory craft here? Do. Elenda. Bartolome de Presidio. Rivor. I'm gonna wonder if that never worked. It's Toxic Knights. Alenda's not a bad choice to throw in. Do we want Oathsworn or do we want Knight of Dust Shadow? Risen Necrogent. Queensbay Kaladin. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. I think that the way we do this, hold on, let me pull it up real quick, guys. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me show you what I'm thinking. Good knights, especially Cecil on the 1. And we got Dion at 4. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. I think that's our win con. To be perfectly honest with you, if we get enough low-level knights down and just fucking punish them, I think we're good to go. Maybe Squall's not our best 2-drop. Maybe Squall's not our best 4-drop. I think maybe we go with Dion. Hey, what's up, Sobeski? F? Did it... Why F? Did it crash or something? I also think Dark Knight's Greatsword is really good with Cecil because it costs life to swing in. And then you can potentially gain it back. Which is pretty cool. Did we crash? Doesn't say it disconnected. Oh, well, I think we're back. Can you guys hear me? Are we back? Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. I didn't even get an error. I didn't even error that anything happened. Hey, what's up, Matthew Ludovico? Okay, so the question is... Knights of the Round is kind of a trap. I don't think we ever bring that back. We have one knight, 3, 6, 9, 12. It makes 13. Yeah, then everyone 13 gets +2/+2. It's pretty silly that we build Knights of the Round, but I think Dion is the one to finish it, because if we drop Dion when we have a wide board, everyone gets flying. Everyone gets fucking flying. I think we knock the fuck out of them really hard. I think that is kind of our main win con. Hey, what's up, Cosmics? Shinigami, how you doing? Yeah, I think that is definitely I think that's how we do it. I don't know if Squall is going to... Squall could be good in a different deck. I don't know if we want Squall in this one. He is a knight, but Rough Divide doesn't really help with the go wide. I think that we rely on other stuff to do what we need to do. Okay. I'm kind of spitballing here. What other knights do we have, potentially? Knight of Grace, okay. Midnight Reaper is not terrible. It's not the worst thing. Let me think. I'm thinking. What do you guys think? You guys got any suggestions? Oh, I like the new set, but I've said it pretty clearly. If they reduce every single card if they reduce the casting cost of every single card in the set by 1, I think you'd have a much more viable set. Genuinely. Like, unironically, they could cut 1 out of every single fucking card. They could cut 1 CMC out of every card, and it would probably be more viable. Unironically, and possibly ironically. Sir Alan the Lion's Claw. So maybe we do Malice. Dusk. Maybe Bloodthirsty on the 5. I like it. I like a lot of the cards. I just don't think they're going to be standard viable. I think that's the biggest thing. Knights of the Round is going to be $18. Albert Steiner. Probably don't want him because he's not super equipment. We do his lifelink, and we are going to get some equipment. Because we could choose some equipment on this. We could choose the Dragoon's Lance, which is already flying. The thing is the Dragoon's Lance is so fucking expensive to recast, man. It's fucking 4. So you're talking about you get a 2/1 flying knight for 2, and to get another one you have 4. I'm better off going with Battle Menu. I'm better off going for Battle Menu, to be perfectly honest. Drop Steiner and do Battle Menu. So the idea is to hit a go wide. If we hit all creatures we control, get something like a boost. Like, we need like a commander or a captain for knights. Unfortunately, that's in blue. They put it in blue for some fucking reason. Well, my theory is that this was built for specifically for Commander, and then they said, fuck it, shove it in Standard, and it's just not Standard power level. That's my theory anyways, and so we're kind of making do. We're kind of making do with what we've got. Roaming Throne, Patchwork Banner, creatures of the chosen type. Patchwork Banner might not be the worst idea for the 3-drop. There's also Lifecraft Engine. I think probably Patchwork Banner is the way to go there. Creature artifact you can devise, put a 1/1 counter. It's not terrible. Dion, Knight of Grace, not a mana, Squall Seed, Mercenary. Battle menu, create a knight. How do we improve the power? How do we bring this up from decent to fucking good? I think Alenda is going to be a big one. Battle menu. Target creature gets +4 to the end of turn. What time is it for me? It's Eastern time, so it's 2 a.m. Paladin's Arms, Slash of Light. Paladin's Arms actually makes a 3/2 Ward 1 Knight for 3. But again, it's so expensive to reattach. My God, that's my biggest issue. The reattach cost is just there's not a useful fucking method for it. You know, it's just not useful to have something on the board. I guess it's a mana sink later on, but damn, bro, really, it is tough, man. It is tough to justify some of these recasts because. If it gets killed, you're just sunk mana into nothing, and you've got to wait so long to ever get anything good out again on it or to reattach it. Nightwater. So that's my biggest issue. Dragoon, I don't think Dragoon's kind of a joke. They gain control if they do. You draw that many cards and create that many tap tracker tokens and they lose that much life. Yeah. We could finish with Primal Odin. I think we got to add some power into it, unfortunately. Koilos, Bleachbone, and Concealed. Koilos, Bleachbone, and Concealed. Those are going to be the lands we're going to want to slide in. Slide those lands in. I think we drop Seed. I think we drop Squall. Squall's good. That's the question. That's the question here. Is Squall good enough? We already have a lot of 4-drops. Dion is our win con. Squall does reanimate. Whenever this creature attacks alone, it gains double strike, but whenever it deals damage, return permanent value with 3 or less. We got a lot of 3-drops or less, but I don't know if he's worth it. I don't think that he is for this one. I feel like he's not, as much as a knight as he is, I don't feel like he's worth it for that one. Well, see, transforming lethal, transforming Cease, you actually want to lose life, believe it or not. You want to lose as much life as you can. Because my idea is have a lot of knights on the board, keep them protected, and then drop Dion and fucking swing in with that many fucking flyers. That's the idea. But if you drop Squall, it'll be extra mopey. I don't think he can physically get more mopey than he already is. So that's the other thing to consider. We also potentially have more knights that we could put in on 3 spot. Could do Shrike Force. That's not that good. It's okay. Gallant Pie Wielder. 2 or more creatures entered. Midnight Reaper. Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Could try Virtue Loyalty out, even though that's like $1 million right now. Moonshaker's not horrible, but it's fucking 8. Werefox. Werefox wouldn't be the worst on a 3. Kithkin Billy Rider. Inspiring Paladin. During your turn, this creature has first strike. Creatures on them on first strike. Sky Knight. Sky Knight's good for token decks. He's not good for just straight up. That's the issue with him. He's good for like token builder decks because he needs a lot of creatures to enter. He needs a lot of like creatures to enter. All right, maybe we need to expand our search a little bit here. Primal Odin. Primal Odin's a 6. It's pretty silly. I don't think we're ever going to get that off. It's good, though. I like that it can kill you with 1 hit. The game is over. I think that's funny. Knights of the Rounds are going to take too long. Might be overthinking it too much. We really don't know how good it's going to be. Crystal Chosen. Primal Garuda. Paladin Arms. See, the only good equipment that I actually really like is the Dark Knight equipment, believe it or not. I think that's actually pretty solid equipment. I think it's actually pretty good, solid equipment because you're getting a 4/1, but it doesn't cost mana to fucking, it costs life. And if we put that on, like, Cecil, it's not terrible. Squall. Judge. 24. Patchwork Banner. Fuck it, we'll put down blood in there. We'll try to we'll put the fucking Blood Knight in it. We don't have a 5-drop, so fuck it. He'll be our fucking 5-drop. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Those are only 4-drops, so we have 8 4-drops. It's not the worst. We do have 2 drops. We are low on the 3. We only have those for the 3s. 61 in Maine. Let's go with more Dark Knight Greatswords, I think. Let's drop Squall and just Dark Knight it up. Let's see what happens. Again, this is a theory craft, so I think maybe we put him in the sideboard. Along with Virtue. Virtue of Loyalty. And we we move that to the sideboard. It really depends. Are you planning on completely finishing? You're going to guarantee yourself that you, Proto, are you going to guarantee that you're going to get to the level where it's worth it? If you don't know, don't buy it. You're saving $5, and you could just buy it afterwards. If you get to the break even, it's worth it, but, you know. If you're going to stop playing after 2 weeks and you're not going to get to the break even, then I don't think it's worth it. Can't recommend it. Hey, what's up, Aku TV? Welcome. How you doing? My cat is doing cute little meow snores while sleeping on your slippers. Wonderful. We build the knights. Yeah, we're theory crafting some knight builds for Final Fantasy. So we're going to theory craft them a little bit. It's going up on why knights, because I think knights are fucking sick as shit. I think they're fucking awesome. And we also have a weapon called Dark Knight's Greatsword, which might be the fucking best, coolest card ever made. Just because it's called Dark Knight's Greatsword. I fucking love it. Listen, we build off vibes on this channel, not viability. Life gain and drain manipulation. You have a lot of very resistant creatures that also manipulate life. Cecil gains life, loses life, but eventually gains it. The other win con is having a lot of knights on the board, dropping Dion and swinging in with a bunch of flyers. You also have a Lenda that is lifelink. It's hexproof from instance. You have Knight of Grace, which is going to be hexproof from black and white and all that. You'll see. I'm going to do a shakedown here in a second, Aku, so just hang loose and go check out the YouTube channel. I'm going to do a full shakedown breakdown because we're going to make this into a video to put up on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to explain all of that going forward. So I'm just trying to come up with theory of builds. We're going to be in early access on Wednesday. We're going to be early access on Wednesday. So be sure to be there for that one. Werefox Bodyguard. We're going to put you in the sideboard. Save. Okay. Knight of the White Orchid is not standard legal. This is standard. Love the card, but this is a standard deck. This is a standard 60 card banger right here. I miss all my old ones. Boop, 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 boop. What's that one? Valiant, whatever. That gives all fucking knights get double strike. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, powerful stuff right here. So. Okay. Notifications. All right, we're going to do a shakedown breakdown. I'm going to let you all go. Slow night. I'm taking tomorrow off. I got to build up my energy. Here we go. Okay, let's do it, guys. Yeah, well, you know, I gotta eventually try good cards. Eventually. Hey, what's up, Neptune? Alright, guys, we're doing the build now. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, J Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because it's going to be our second theory craft before we head into early access tomorrow. Yeah, when this video goes up, you're going to be seeing J Villain early access on Wednesday, June the 4th. So I figured we'd take some time to try to build some Final Fantasy decks here with the new cards. Absolutely, and we're going to be running Dark Knights. You know I love Dark Knights. I love Orzhov Knights, Orzhov Gain and Drain. And there's a lot of good knights coming up on Final Fantasy, and I have ideas. I've got a lot of ideas. So, before we get down to this one, which is a very interesting kind of spicy build here, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and rip you apart for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for a live stream. Goodness, we'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both those places would be fantastic if you came on by. Hit that bell, you'll be notified. You don't want to miss Wednesday when we're in early access getting all these cards playing for 24 hours. We're going to be great. Check out our Discord community for all the latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. If you have a theory crafted build deck that you want to see, you say, Jay, I got a great idea for a Final Fantasy deck, come share it on the Discord. And of course, all the decks that I build are going to be available on my AetherHub, and I'm building this one on Moxfield because I like the build on Moxfield. I like the building tools on Moxfield a little bit better than the others. So, that all being said, what are we talking about with Orzhov Dark Knights? Well, I gotta have the Dark Knight, the guy in there himself. I gotta start with Cecil, okay? Or Cecil. I've said it both ways to upset everybody. So, okay, so we're gonna play Cecil Dark Knight, who does flip into Cecil Redeemed Paladin. First things first, he is a really good card because he's a 2/3 death touch for 1 black. He's awesome. Human Knight. Whenever he deals damage, you lose life you lose that much life. Then if your life total is less than or equal to half your starting, then you transform it. All right, so you transform him into this guy who is the Redeemed Paladin. Lifelink, 4/4 lifelink, protect. Whenever he attacks, other creatures gain indestructible until the end of turn. So he goes in, he protects everyone, and he gains you life, which is super, super cool right there. We like that for an early play. Very dangerous, guys, especially against like something like red aggro. Them coming in with that much, a 2/3 death touch on the board is kind of, you know, that's a dangerous card to have down because anything swinging at you is probably going to die. So I really like that one, and he's probably one of my favorite characters from Final Fantasy, so I'm really cool. It's really cool that they made such a good card out of him. So we're going to start with him. I'm going to throw in 2 Judge Magister Gabranthes for the sole reason that he looks sick as hell, bro. He's a Human Knight Advisor. He's kind of like our, he's kind of like a little bit less, perhaps less useful. I don't know. It's up to the audience right now. We'll have to see. Bartolome, he's an Orzhov 2-drop, 2/2 menace. I like that he's a menace. Whenever another creature artifact you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Judge Magister Gabranth. So anytime anything dies, he increases the amount. So he's going to help. If anything dies, he's going to get bigger, and he's got that lovely menace right there. And also, again, he looks sick as shit. All right, so non-Final Fantasy cards, I've actually had a lot of success with these in the past. We're going to throw with Knight of Grace and Knight of Malice. Part of the reason that I like playing with these cards so much is the prevalence of black and white currently in the game. The fact that Knight of Grace cannot be destroyed with black removal is insanely good. It has hexproof from black, and it gets +1 as long as any other player controls a black permanent, which we can. We can do Cecil Dark Knight and a Knight of Grace. It's a 3/2 first strike if we have Cecil down, and hexproof. All of those spells can't be used. All those removal spells cannot be used. The same thing goes for Knight of Malice. Human Knight, 2-drop, 2/2, could be a 3/2 if we control a white one. And hexproof from white, cannot be the target of white spells. I think Knight of Grace is probably a little bit more useful because of the prevalence of early black removal in the game currently, but I think both of them down is good, especially if we're going to be swinging in with our trick play, which we're going to be talking to you about here in a second. I want a lot of Knights out. I want to hopefully have them survive for a while. The reason is, this is kind of WinCon number 1 right here, or the main WinCon, is this new card, Dion Bahamut's Dominant. All right, I actually don't know this guy because I haven't played 16 yet. He is 1 white and 3, Human Noble Knight, Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights you control have flying. This is very similar to the situation of that Azorius soldier that would just all of a sudden give a whole board flying and you would just die. What I'm thinking for a really good win con is load our board up, play defensively. We can immediately drop Dion Bahamut's Dominant and swing in all flying with Knight of Grace, Knight of Malice, Judge Magister, Cecil, Alenda. We can throw down an absolute huge amount of flying knights that can just completely rip apart our opponent in the sky when they're not expecting it, you know, because this does it immediately. So if they're tapped out or whatever, and we have a lot of creatures, boom, every single one of them is flying, we swing in and we hit. Very, very cool stuff right there. I think that that is probably a potential win con in and of itself, to just surprise fly all of the knights in. He also makes a knight when he enters, so I love cards that create tokens when they enter, because you're getting a 3/3 and a 2/2. And then, of course, he has his ultimate power, which is 2 white and 4. You exile, then return in his saga form, which, of course, is going to be Bahamut, Warden of Light, which is a saga dragon. Wings of Light, you put a 1/1 counter into each other creature. They gain flying until the end of turn. Again, another huge hit you can do right there. Twice you get it done. Then you get Giga Flare, which is a classic Final Fantasy spell. Destroy target permanent, exile, then return. So, very cool stuff. A 5/5 flying legendary creature, legendary enchantment creature dragon. Huge, huge play right there. So I think that he is actually going to really load us up. For the other 4 drops, we're also going to go with Saint Elenda, because she is super powerful. And again, that resistance to removal, I think, is super useful in current meta. She's not going to get burned out. No instants. Only sorceries or enchantments can get rid of her. No direct removal is going to help. She's a 4/4 lifelink, which is super, super cool. We love to see that right there. And then if we have life greater than your starting life total, she is a 5/5 menace. And then if we have additional +5, she gets a 10/10 menace if your life total is 10 greater. Really, really powerful stuff with Elenda. I think people sleep on her quite a bit. For the 5-drop, hell, why not? If we're doing vampires, we're doing knights, we might as well throw in the Bloodthirsty Conqueror in the 5-drop, just to make sure we gain that extra crazy amount of life. 5/5 flying death touch for 5. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much, which is insanely huge. Trying to finish off with the big flyers on the end there. Super, super cool. Now, you'll notice I don't have any 3-drops. We're going to talk about our 3-drops down here in our artifacts, because those are going to be our 3-drops. We're going to go with Dark Knight's Greatsword, okay? 1 black and 2 equipment job select. What does that mean? When this equipment enters, you create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and attach it. That means for 3, you get a 4/1 knight. Okay, you get a 4/1 knight as soon as you play this, which is cool. Not bad. The other thing about this equipment, and part of the reason I don't like equipments, is that you don't have to pay mana to re-equip this thing. You only need to play life. I don't care about playing life. Equip 3, activate only once each turn. Somebody else picks up the greatsword and swings in. Now you're talking about putting in a Elenda Saint of Dusk. You're giving her a greatsword, and you know she's a 5 menace. She becomes an 8, an 8/5 menace, and we cost us 3 life to do it, but we can swing in for 8 life. That is a huge hit right there. Even putting it on anything, even putting it on Cecil, because costing life and getting our life total down causes him to transform. So I really like Dark Knight's Greatsword. That's why we got to put it in there. I also think this art is sick as shit, and I love playing Dark Knights, and I love using Greatswords when I play in games. So listen, we're flying by a lot by vibes right here. If you're all about that flying by vibes, I feel you, bro. So we're going to go with 4 of those. I'm also going to throw in 2 patchwork banners right there for 3. As it enters, choose a creature type. Guess what you're going to choose? You're going to choose Knight. And of course, we get add 1 mana of any color as we go. 2 of those for the 3-drops. That is what we're looking at right there. The last thing we're going to look at is enchantments and instants. I think we have to run Sheltered by Goats. I hate running it so much, but again, sticking with the theme of heavy resistance, of being armored and tanky, especially with like Grace and Malice and, Elenda, we really want to make it hard for our, we're going to play the tank role. If you're a Final Fantasy 14 player, we're going to play the tank role. We're going to play Shelter. It's going to be super, super cool. Because this is going to give you Ward 2, it's going to lock somebody out and give somebody lifelink, which is good on Cecil, because you gain life and lose life on that. That's not a bad one right there to run. He's a 3/3. He'll lock somebody out, and it makes things that much harder to kill. You can see the kind of sub-theme here of hexproof, resistant, hexproof from instance, ward. We're kind of trying to slow our opponent down and knowing that people love to play removal, love to play burn spells going into it, let's really kind of lock them out for interacting with our board until we can get that huge heavy charge in and just knock them out right there. So 4 shelters, 2 cut downs for our aggro friends right there, 2 bitter triumphs. I don't mind losing life or discarding a card. Again, losing life actually feeds in very nicely to Cecil the Dark Knight, to flip him so we can get down to 10 and then flip him, which is not bad. I'm also going to go with Battle Menu. This is a good card, and I think that it's just one of those what I call Swiss Army knife cards. It just does everything. It's super modal. It's super modal. It's instant, which is fantastic. I think this card would fall flat on its face if it was sorcery. It's pure Final Fantasy. You know, it is 1 white and 1 attack. You create a 2/2 white creature token as an instant, which is super cool. Ability, target creature gets +4 until the end of turn. You can pump somebody up to resist a hit. Magic, you destroy a creature with power 4 or greater. Hey, take out a demon, take out a big monster. Or item, you gain 4 life. You use your potion, you use a buff, you use a fire spell or a burn spell or white or black magic, or you do the attack and create a knight at instant speed, which is super cool. I really like that. So battle menu, actually, you might want to put more of those in there because just an all-around everything. Just, again, one of these Swiss Army knife spells that just does it all. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, be very resistant. Be heavily armored. We're going to play the tank. We're going to play the tank role here. Heavily armored, gain the life, lose the life, manipulate your levels here, and then swing in for the big hit when we charge up and hit our limit break. So that's what we're going to be doing with this one. We're going to be playing it. We're going to be playing it Wednesday, which is why I want you to stop on by and come play with me on early access. Check that out. Hit that bell and do all that. Bleachbone Verge, Caves of Koilos, Concealed Courtyard, Plains and Swamps. 23 lands. I don't think we need more. It's relatively low CMC. I'm not, I'm not super worried about it. 7 plains, 7 swamps. Couple ideas that we might think about. I may go as a Squall Seed Mercenary. I felt like I had too many 4-drops already. So he's kind of get pushed to the sideline, even though he's a Human Knight Mercenary and he's got Rough Divide. He's a good way of getting stuff back, but we're going to have to wait and see on him. I'm not 100%. Werewolf Bodyguard for your 3-drop can exile somebody else as a flash speed for an Elf Fox Knight, and of course, the classic Knight spell, Virtue of Loyalty and Arvindale Fealty. You can instantly create a 2/2 Knight creature token with Vigilance. Frankly, I kind of like Battle Menu better. However, you do get that one at the beginning of your end step. Everyone gets a +1/+1 and untaps for that castleness right there. You get that castle feeling. So that is what we are looking at for how this deck would be built. Gain, drain, losing life and then gaining it right back, trying to lock out your opponent, and again, being that tough hit. Again, as chat said, most removals right now are black or white, and people not being able to play those, or being able to have to force sacrifice, or being able to have to play through ward or anything like that is kind of disruptive. It is not easy to deal with overall, and I'm kind of thinking about this with maybe something like Corey Steelcutter in mind, where they're really trying to burn you out or hit you hard, and you're playing early on, you're trying to kill them, and do what you need to do, or just heavy black decks that just want to remove you and kill you and kill you and kill you. So that's my idea for the Dark Knight deck. We look at the stats right here. I think that we have a lot on the 2-drop, which is not bad. A few on the 1-drop, a lot of 2-drops, some on 3, some on 4, and just a Splish Splash on 5. Good on curve early plays right there. Decent amount of permanents. I think the total is 22 creatures, 6 instants, 6 equipments, 6 artifacts with 4 equipments, and 4 enchantments altogether on 23 lands as it goes. Little splash more black than white. You may want to readjust those black manas to be a little bit more like there, and then white on that. That's what we're going to be looking at. We can take a look at some other play-tested hands right there. We can look at some early hands. We're kind of getting, wow, it's really not giving us good stuff. So let's get into a play test real quick, and we'll try a couple of hands and see how it plays out. Kind of just theory craft, and kind of game how it would go. That's a horrible, I'm going to mulligan that one. Yes, I want to restart. Terrible early games. Holy crap. All right. Not the worst one. We'll play Concealed Courtyard into a Cecil Dark Knight, which is great early play. Then we can do next turn. Boom. We put down one of those, put down a Plains, and we can immediately play Knight of Grace. Knight of Grace would be a 3/2 first strike, and we could swing in with Cecil. We would lose 2 life, but we'd be getting down there, okay? Next turn, boom, Swamp. Oh, we have the classic swamps. I got a bunch of those, by the way. We have a Dark Knight's Greatsword. Pop that down. Boom. Pretty decent board already. And remember that we can reassign this so that if you wanted to put the Greatsword on the Knight of Grace, it would actually be a 6/2 first strike. So you would potentially be hitting for a lot of damage. You would be potentially doing a lot of damage if you wanted to, because you can reassign it. You pay 3 life, swing in, or on him and lose even more life. You could even have him transform that early on, because if we lost 2, then we lost 3. We'd be down to 15. We'd put this guy down and hit for 5. We'd be down to 10, and then he'd already be transformed at 10 life. So we have a lot of options here. Pretty smooth curve on the 1, 2, 3. Then, of course, we still have a hero token down. We say next turn. All right. Caves of Koilos, boom. Guess what we can do here? We drop the Dion. We get a token. Let's see here. Play, gain 1 life, blah, 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 blah. We need a Knight token. We would get another token. Look how wide our board is by turn 4. You know what I mean? That's decent. That's decent right there. Then all of them would be flying. We could equip the Dark Knight on, and we could equip the Greatsword on anyone that's flying. Boom, and then swing in for the big hit. We could have him flipped. We could do a lot of stuff right there. So pretty smooth hand as it goes. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that that played out right there. And of course, turn 5, let's take a look. We have another Cecil. We have another Greatsword. We could actually play that, and that's what we're looking at right there, man. That is pretty decent. We can't flip Dion yet. But overall, pretty nice wide board. And again, if they're playing removal, they wouldn't be able to kill the Knight of Grace with a black card. And if they do, they're playing out, and we're filling the board up pretty good. They're going to be feeling the pressure at this point, especially with a lot of flying knights and repeatedly played equipment that we can do over and over again. So actually pretty happy with the way that went out. I think that's going to play out pretty good. We're going to have to play that. Let me try one more game, and then we'll cut you off here. So let me restart. But actually happy with the way that curved out. That is, I'm going to take a mulligan on that. Boom. Okay. Dark Knight's Greatsword, Knight of Grace. So we'll put down Bleachbone Verge. Say next turn. Boom. Put down you. Put down Knight of Grace. Okay. Next turn. Bleachbone Verge. I think we drop Greatsword. Immediately put it on Knight of Grace. Here. And then swing in again, like I said, for the, you would be swinging in for 6. Man, that's a good combo, bro. Because that's a black permanent, and that's a white, and it would be a hexproof from black, and it's not, this creature can't be to target of black spells or abilities your opponent controls. Yeah, it's hexproof from black, not protection from black, because that would mean that it couldn't equip a black equipment, but it can. So you're swinging for 6 on turn 3. First striking, so it doesn't matter really what they have. You're going to hit them hard early on. Next turn, guess what? Drop that. We drop Saint Elenda, and we can even put that on her, and she would be potentially a 7. I think that Greatsword's going to do us a lot of good. Next turn, drop that. We put Sheltered by Goats on that one. Boom. We say that. Oh, I tapped it. Untap. Boom. Sheltered by Ghosts on Knight of Grace. Elenda's a Dark Knight Sword on Elenda, which potentially could have Menace at that point. Judge Magister. Man, pretty good layout right there. Again, a pretty smooth draw. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that, how that drew right there. Not bad. A nice aggressive board. This is immune to black. That's immune to hit instance. That's got a Menace. And we are hitting with a lot of life. We are hitting with a lot of first strike. Not bad at all, and there's a removal in case we get something pesky in there that we want to get rid of. So, I think we have some potential. Again, it probably is going to really depend on your opponent, how it plays out. I'm just theory crafting here. What do you guys think? Do you think this Orzhov Knights deck has got anything in it? What is it missing? What does it need? I like it. I think it's going to be fun, and I like these types of decks, especially these kind of heavy, fighty, tanky decks with the Knights. So there it is, guys. Orzhov Dark Knights. I hope you like it. I hope you're happy with the way that I said Cecil and Cecil at the same time. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Make sure to join me Wednesday all day. We're going to be starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on this channel for early access for Final Fantasy. Come on by. We'd love to see you there. I've been Jay Villainy, you've been great, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios, everyone. Good night and goodbye. With that guy, your Knights are Flyers is kind of aggressive. That's what I was thinking of, Mephistopheles. How you doing, Mephistopheles? By the way. You're coming in with a lot of flying aggression there, which is potentially very cool. So, we have like nobody here tonight, so I'm going to send you off on your way. I'm going to send you to Goodnight Gold Knight. We haven't seen her in a while. And I'm going to rest my voice. No stream tomorrow, guys. No stream, okay? I am resting. I'm taking a resty. Please. I will not be by. Don't forget. It's not going to be there. And one go, the end. Yeah, that's what I do, Draxus. Thank you so much for coming by, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't seen the Tifa deck... Oh, who said they liked the Tifa? There's the Tifa deck, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I try to do as little edits as possible. It makes my life easier, Drax. And I've been doing this for a while, so I'm good at it. So I hope you like it. Hey, what's up, Chris Chaos? Boo, 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 boo. We'll see you in the next one. Adios, good night, farewell, bless, all that stuff. I really do appreciate all your support. Make sure to like, do all those things you got to do. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Goodbye, corpses. Goodbye, horses. Oh, I'll do the last one for you guys. Officially the last one. Goodbye, Dragonland. We'll see you guys. Adios. And I'll see you in Ivalice.